Hello and welcome to today's episode of Mind Explorations. Today we are talking about hypnosis for golf, and I've got Rob de Groof from Belgium as my guest. Hello, Rob. How are you doing?
Fine. All good here.
Wonderful. Okay, for anybody who might not know you, would you please introduce yourself just
Okay.
so
So
quickly?
my name is Rob. I'm from Belgium, but I live half time also in Bulgaria, where I'm at the moment. So I'm the owner of the Hypnosis Center in Belgium. I work together with, at the moment, five hypnotherapists in Belgium in all different cities, and I manage a team, I lead the team. But most of the time, I'm teaching and traveling the world to teach hypnosis and to speak at conventions. And that's also where we met, of course,
Hmm.
at I think first time in London or Dublin. Dublin, I think first
I
time.
think it was Dublin last year, yeah, 2024, yeah.
So yeah, and that's also where the idea of working with golf players and especially the actual training to work with golf players, the idea came at the convention also. But I teach a lot of different stuff, of course, in Belgium, basic training from zero to hypnotherapist. When I travel, it's more, I teach more like specialized trainings to people who are already in the hypnotherapy business. I don't teach basic courses when I am traveling, of course. So I'm traveling a lot. So yeah, that's what I love to do. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm also a golf player. And one of the great things of traveling is that you can play golf all around the world. I only play golf for 6 years, and I played it already in I think 16 or 17 different countries. So
Wow.
it's a lot for only 6 years of playing golf, and that included COVID. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that explains why you are interested in golf. But what makes hypnosis for golf a special thing?
Yeah. Um, the thing is, golf is a very mental sport, and let me explain you why. When you play volleyball, basket, or tennis, or to name some other ball sports, when you play tennis, the ball is moving. So
Hmm.
your opponent will hit the ball to you. So you don't have much time to think about what you're going to do with that ball because when you think too long, the ball is gone. So you have
Hmm.
to react.
Yeah.
With volleyball, the same. The ball comes with basketball. You have the ball, but they will defend on that ball, so you have to react. Yeah.
Hmm.
With golf, the ball is there on the ground. Still, nobody is defending that ball. The only one that is going to play that ball is you.
Hmm.
And there is there is actually no time limit in golf. But yeah, of course, the pace of play needs to be there, but you have time to think.
Yes.
And we all know that the more time we have to think, the more problems can occur in our mind. The more like,
Mhm.
oh, I hope I'm not going to hit it in the water. I need to do it. Or just thinking of what your teacher told you to do. I have to swing like this and like this. So you have a lot of time to think. So there's a lot of issues that can occur in your game. So
Hmm.
it's a very mental game. Let me give you another example with football players. Um, Most of the football players they also the same when it's a normal field play. They don't have time. They have
Yeah.
to hit the ball. They have to hit the ball and kick it towards the goal. When do most football players miss? When they have a penalty shot. The
Hmm.
ball is still. They have time to think. There's a lot of pressure on them. Those same players, they can hit penalty shots on training, and they will never, the keeper might stop it, but they will never miss the goal. And then
Hmm.
you see in these big matches with big players like the very big names, and they miss the goal. They can't even hit the ball inside of the area of the goal. And that's just because the fact that the ball is still. They have time to think, there's pressure on them, and
Hmm.
that's and in golf every single shot is like that.
Hmm.
Whether it's on the green, whether it's a tee shot, whether it's always as the ball is still and there's no defense on the ball. So it's only you, and you have a lot of time to think. And the other thing is also a golf round, and especially the better you get, the less shots you do. So the less
Hmm.
golf you play. So when you're a really good golfer, you will make maybe like, let's say, 80 shots in a round. That's a really good golfer. Huh?
Mhm.
So, and of that 80, there's most of those shots are not most, but almost 30, 32 shots will be putts. So there's not much golf, but it lasts
Mhm.
5 hours. In competition, it can last 5 hours. And so between 4 and 5 hours. So you have a lot of time to think in between. There's a
Yeah.
lot of moments that you can just mess with your own head. And that's one of the reasons that golf, and golf is not the only sports that's very suitable for hypnosis. One of the sports that I work a lot with at the moment is darts. It's getting very
Right.
popular in Belgium.
Mhm.
And we have a lot of people who get dartitis. It's the same like yips in golf, where your hand. So what actually happens with these dart players is they have the arrow in their hand and they can't release it.
Right.
And it happens
Mhm.
a lot. And nowadays in Belgium it was not so popular, but the last 5 years darts is getting really popular. So
Mhm.
these amateur players, they have that issue, and it's a bit the same. There's no defense; it's just you throwing the dart.
Yeah. So what would somebody come to you for exactly? So what is the presenting issue?
Yeah, the yips is one of the very common issues.
Hmm.
So what yips actually is, for the ones who are not familiar with golf, it's most of the time, and when you read books about golf and mental golf, most of the time it's putting. But in my experience, the clients that I had were most of the time were chipping yips. So you have it in chipping. That's a short the shorter the game becomes, the more it gets in your mind, because
Hmm.
the shorter you get to the flag, the more important are these shots, of course, because yeah, if you miss those shots, you only have a few shots to
Yeah.
complete the hole. Um, so a lot of people have this yips, and it's actually involuntarily movements of your hand, or your hands are not doing what you want them to do.
Right.
So that's the yips. So it can be all different types of yips, but that's actually what's happening. And those are one of the things. But another one that is very common, that people come to, they say, okay, on the practice area, on the driving range where they practice their shots,
Hmm.
they can hit whatever they want. Also on the putting or the chipping practice. But the moment they are on the course, um, how do you spell it? I will write it for you
The
because I'm
chips.
not
Yeah.
sure.
I'll spell it out in a minute.
Yeah, it's Yips. I think Yips. That's
YIPS. Okay.
Yips. Yeah, that's so then they say, okay, I can in practice everything goes okay, I can do it, but the moment I'm on the course, and especially when there's a bit of pressure on, then I start messing up, huh?
Hmm.
Because of the fact that, yeah, then they play for something. They play, and the thing is, in golf, um, one shot can be, yeah, especially when you play competition,
Hmm.
even one shot difference can make you win the tournament, or yeah, in professional golf, it can mean $1 million difference.
Yeah.
So one shot of the 5 hours that you're making the shot. So every single shot is very important.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons. Another thing is, we can actually we can solve issues with hypnosis, but we can also make golf players better. And that's one of the things
Hmm.
that um, most time uh, people come with an issue, but when I sign them up for a hypnosis for golfers program, I always see them multiple times. This is not a
Right.
one session thing. I want them, and then we can work also on. They want to learn a specific technique.
Hmm.
Let's say hitting a draw. Yeah. This is the
You
way
see,
that
I know a lot about
uh,
golf.
that's the way that the ball is flying. But the good thing with that's really important. I worked with golf players before I played golf.
Hmm.
You don't need to know anything about a sport to work with an
Yeah.
athlete. That's really
Yeah.
important to know, because the athlete is the specialist in his sport. He will describe you what he or his trainer wants.
Hmm.
You're the specialist of the mind, so you will communicate that with the subconscious mind of that athlete. So you don't need to know. It's a bit
Yeah.
easier to have a conversation with a golf player if you know the terms. That's one of the reasons that in my training, I give people a video that will explain all the terms that you need to know about golf.
Hmm.
And I have a very, I think it's a 40-page manual with not only the specific terms, but also language patterns that golf players are using.
Hmm.
So then you can spot on some issues just by the language patterns they are using. Because um, I even if you translate it to Dutch or to another language, I can see the language here on the golf is most of the time we speak English, but
Hmm.
we have some German players as well. We have French players, and sometimes I speak German with the Germans and French with the French, and then you see that they are actually using the same words for when they miss or
Hmm.
when they want to explain an issue that they have. So with the language patterns, you also it's easier if you know these patterns to notice what the issue might be, because
Hmm.
sometimes it's another issue than what is the result on the course, of course. So
Hmm.
that
So
is
why do, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no. So those are the things that occur when they actually have an issue and they want to get rid of the issue, but we can also just make them better.
Hmm.
That's with
So yeah,
everything.
you said you can help, anyone can help a golfer. They don't need to know anything special. So why would you say is it advantageous, besides knowing what they're talking about and spotting issues, to know that vocabulary?
Because it's easier talking.
Hmm.
Because sometimes golfers they talk a lot about golf.
Hmm.
That's a normal thing. They like to use all these specific words.
Hmm.
In the beginning, when I was working with golf players before, I the things like par and being in the rough. That's something that I knew from playing some
Hmm.
golf on the computer and things like that. But it's easier when they start talking about the yips and you don't know what the yips is, or when they start talking about
Yeah.
pitching or chipping and a putt and a tee off or first tee nerves, and you don't know what a tee box is, then they will have to explain everything, and
Yeah.
it's easier that you understand them. So that's
So basically, by knowing all of that, you're building rapport and
you
authority
build
as well,
rapport
a little
because
bit.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
one thing that's really important is and that's the first tip that I want to give with whatever sport you work, because I've worked with a lot of people who do taekwondo. I don't know how you
Hmm.
call them, taekwondoers. I don't know. But it starts with one, and you help them, and then specifically pleasant when they come to you on a Wednesday, and on Saturday they become world champion in their age
Yeah.
category. It was a youngster. She was like 16 or 17 years old. But that's really good because
Mm.
they will tell others, and
Yeah.
after a while I had a lot of people who do taekwondo, and I don't know anything about taekwondo, but then they come into my office and they say, yeah, my coach is explaining that I'm fighting too defensive, that I need to attack more, and that I have to do this kick, and then they call it a
Hmm.
name.
Yeah.
But at that time, it's very important as a therapist that you make sure that you don't know anything about that sport, and that's
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't try to be like, oh yeah, I know what
Yeah.
no, because they will see through it.
Mm.
So it's very important that it's good that you know a few things, but you can't know anything about all the sports. The only sports that I did was I played some football, some tennis. I was on high level competitive in dressage with horses.
Oh,
I did some
yeah.
skiing, and I play golf. And those
Hmm.
things I can talk about technique and things. But other sports I don't know. If somebody comes for one another thing that's getting very very popular now is padel. I
Oh,
don't know.
yes.
I know it's kind of like
I've seen the name.
this. But so then I would just say, okay, you mentioned something, explain it to me. What is it? Because I
Mm.
need to use it. So don't pretend that you know the sport if you don't know it. It's no problem. Like I said, the athlete is a specialist in his thing. You're the specialist in your thing. So that's
Mhm.
very, very good, normal.
Yeah. So in golf, you said you got a lot of taekwondo people because of one person that you helped, but would golfers give their secrets away like that?
It's the same issue with all sporters. One of the hardest thing to get referrals is sport, especially when
Mhm.
you start working with professional sporters.
Right.
Then they don't share it. They don't
Mm.
share it. I had football players, and they share it because it's team sport. It's
Right.
different. It's different.
Yeah.
Um, um, solo sporters like golf or billiard or snooker, tennis. They share it with the coach, and maybe the coach will share it with if the coach is training other people. Then so it's actually the most important people that you have are the
Hmm.
coaches, not
Yeah.
the athletes, because it's like in cycling. If they find a very good product to cycle faster, they will not tell it to the others. Of course,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Competition.
No,
Yeah.
it's and one thing, and that's something, and it will never change. I once was asked by Belgian television for they want to do a piece about sports and mental issues and things
Mhm.
like that. So I contacted all my professional sporters, the one that have some name.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted, nobody.
Yeah.
I even had, and that's it. That's the only thing that with sport is a bit tricky, the referrals.
Hmm.
I once had a lady, and she contacted me, and she wanted to swim from France to England
Right.
because it was 30 years ago that a female swimmer did it, and she wanted and she wanted to do that, but she had issues with the cold. Even she
Hmm.
was going to swim in August, but then still the North Sea is cold. Once you're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
100 meter offshore, it starts getting cold. So
Yeah.
she had issues with that. So I hypnotized her for that. I got feedback that everything was good. And then I was working here in Bulgaria, and I always have the Belgium radio on. And then on the radio was, for the very first time in 30 years, a female swimmer swam from, and she's from Belgium. And I was like, okay, that's my client. So I
Yeah.
sent her an email to congratulate her. And then I asked her, can you write something about this, because
Hmm.
it's in the news? And no reaction.
Nope.
No
No.
reaction.
Yeah.
No reaction. And that's yeah. People don't want to share that they needed mental help to
Hmm.
get a success, and that's a pity. But it's changing a bit. There are some sports people like in golf. We have a very good thing. Tiger Woods once said it in an interview that Tiger Woods knows self-hypnosis since he is 13 years old. So
Right.
he uses it all the time. So
Hmm.
he used it for, and you can actually see it when you know it. You can see when he puts himself in trance when you watch videos of him playing, and that's a good thing in golf, because he shared it. Because his what actually happened was his father was in the army, and one of the army psychologists was Jay Brunza, and he's also a
Hmm.
hypnotherapist, and he hypnotized Tiger since he was 13 years old. So
Ah, right. Oh, is that why it got
that's
so good?
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's in the open there. So
Yeah. So, what kind of techniques do you use with golfers then? If you want to give away the odd one.
uh, I use a lot of direct hypnosis
Mhm.
because that's of course my thing. But I created a few tools. So one of the things that I created is the virtual driving range, and
Mhm.
actually you have these things like modeling techniques. You have them in hypnosis, you have them in NLP, but I adapted them to golf, and I
Mhm.
adapted to specific things in golf. So I have them for long shots, I have them for putting, I have them for all different aspects of the golf game.
Yeah.
Uh, and so you can do that as a live session with the client, or you can give the client also a recording.
Right.
In the recording, and I use a lot of like sounds. So
Mhm.
so one of the things, and that's one of the techniques that I can explain actually, and you can use it for whatever. So a good thing to do is before you start working with an athlete, to do some cleanup. And one of the
Yeah.
things that I do is we go through all the specific parts of the sport, and
Hmm.
to give the example of golf, we go just about think now of all the negative things that you tell yourself on the course, because golfers do that a lot. They start talking to themselves, and because yeah, you have the time also to
Yeah.
and then I have them squeeze all these negative things in a golf ball, give it a
Hmm.
color, and then hit that ball away. And
Right.
then I can do it online. I can do it in the therapy room. I can do it with recordings. The moment I say hit it, they hear the sound of a golf shot.
Right.
So I use a lot of these things and that's actually just a cleanup session, but adapted to golf. You can adapt
Hmm.
it to other sports as well. You can for a darts player, you can do it with a dart and throw the dart away, and the dart will explode, and all your
Yeah.
negative thinking is gone, and things like that. So I use a lot of modeling. I use a lot of visualization, of course.
Hmm.
For golf, visualization is very, very important, because
Hmm.
you actually need to visualize each shot. And when
Yeah.
I teach golfers in trainings, you always have, and I was the same. Oh, but I'm very bad in visualizing. That's not everybody can visualize.
Yeah.
Not everybody is like so visual that they can see every little detail, but everybody can just imagine how a ball should fly and where it should land.
Mm.
Everybody can do that.
Yeah.
If they do it on the right way, it will help them. It will help them so much. So just teaching golf players how to visualize and how to use it correctly, it will
Hmm.
be. It's a very, very great asset for them. And
Yeah.
another thing, if you work with golf players and in golf, specifically, there is a story that I share in my training as well. I made a video of it. It's a very nice story. It's a nice but also very hard story. It's about an American who was in prison in Vietnam, in the Vietnam
Hmm.
War. And I don't remember how many years, but it was a long time. Let's say eight years that he was in prison,
Hmm.
isolated, and the only thing that he did to keep himself sane was visualizing every single day that he played 18 rounds of golf
Right.
on his home golf course in the United States. But it took him 4 hours. He visualized everything. So he just replayed the entire round, by like arriving, hitting, walking to the next ball, and it
Hmm.
was 4 hour visual. He had time because he was isolated in prison. So,
Yeah.
but he came back 8 years later in the US,
Hmm.
but he lost muscles. He was not fit
Yeah.
when playing golf, and he played, I don't know the exact numbers, but he played like 6, 7 strokes below his handicap. So his golf game improved
Yeah.
while not playing golf for so many years. His golf game was improved by just visualizing it.
Right.
So it's very important. And of course, we can't visualize. I don't know what my camera is doing. It's going.
Moving back and
We
forth.
can't visualize a full round of golf every single time. But one of the things that I say a lot when I play with golf with people that I don't know. So you have that in golf, especially when you travel. Like last Friday, I played golf with my wife, and they paired us with two people from Norway because they were
Hmm.
on a holiday here, and the course was busy, and they paired us with two people from Norway. So you
Yeah.
meet a lot of people. So sometimes, and then or you play with somebody on his home course, and then you hear somebody saying, on this hole I always miss the green on the right side. And then I tell them,
Yeah.
okay, congratulations. If you keep saying that, you will keep missing the
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
on the right side every single time. So they hit to the flag, and they always land off the green on the right side. And then I always say to them, okay, even when you know self-hypnosis, it's much more powerful, of course. But even if you don't know hypnosis, then I say to them, okay, so what I want you to do the next couple of weeks or days, you just go when you're home and you have a few minutes, just go and sit, relax, close your
Mm.
eyes and play that hole as if you want to play it.
Yeah.
Only thing that you also need to tell them, I don't do that on the golf course, of course. This is just a little tip that I give them. When I
Yeah.
teach a golfer, I will explain them to be to do it like. Let me give my example. Let me say I want to visualize a golf hole. Let's say a par four. That's you have three, four, five. But
Mm.
I can't hit the golf ball. I have a prosthesis in my back. I'm not a long hitter. I can't hit the golf ball. When I do a very good shot, it will be around 180 meters, 180 meters, around 200 yards. So
Mm.
that's that's very average low. The long hitters, they can hit it long. So when I start visualizing that I'm hitting shots of 250 yards, doesn't make sense because it's not going to happen. I
Mm.
can visualize that I hit a shot of 205 yards, maybe a bit better than I'm hitting, but I rather visualize that I hit a good shot that I
Mm.
know that I'm able to hit. So a 200-yard shot
Yeah.
straight through the middle. That's more important than the distance. Yeah. So, and then I can visualize how I want to play that hole. And if I miss that hole every time on the right side, then I'm going to visualize that my approach shot to the flag will be on the green. I'm
Mm.
not going to visualize that it's always like this from the flag. That would be nice, but that's not realistic.
Yeah.
Just visualize something that's realistic. And then your mind will pick it up. And then you will stop missing that same hole every single time uh,
Mm.
on the right side. And of course, one important thing, stop telling that you missed that hole. That's the same
Yeah.
like saying my back pain and my depression. Yeah. Or that, yeah, they just
Yeah.
program
Owning it. Yeah. Yeah.
they own it. Yeah, of course. And yeah, when you every time to every single new golfer that you meet, you explain that on that hole you do this and this. Yeah, then it will happen every single time, of course. So
So you explained that to him, and did you help him or them?
yeah, the thing is when you just say it on the golf course, they most of the time they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna try that, and they never try it. When you work
Yeah.
with a player, that's why I want to work multiple. I do multiple session with golf players, so then I have some feedback, of course. Then I know
Mm.
what's going to happen now.
Right. So first of all, just a quick one, guys. If you want to ask questions, everybody who's on the call, go ahead and put them into the chat. But I would like to know from you, Rob, what's the most common issue or the biggest problem that golfers would have that come to
Oh,
you?
the yips is the most common, but
Hmm.
most of the time it's more a confidence issue.
Hmm.
They have yips, of course. I'm just trying something. I don't know where the tracking is coming from, but okay, let's see. Maybe it's still doing it.
As soon as you move.
Yeah, the tracking is off, so I don't know what's happening. Um, so um, so yeah, yips is the most common, but
Hmm.
um, the thing is, like I said, in literature talks most about yips for putting, but my clients were most yips of chipping. I had
Right.
once I had an interview on a Dutch website, golf.nl. And I think 90% of the clients who came through that interview were all yips for chipping.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's yeah, it's a thing in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
No,
So yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. When you talk with golfers, it's also the putting is also sometimes an issue. I see it a lot, and most of the golfers you can help in just with some mental techniques as well in general.
Hmm.
I mean, so what I actually do when I teach my mental training for golfers, so it's a workshop for golfers.
Hmm.
Then I teach them about visualization, about putting the right goals, like uh, aiming where you want the ball to go, and not
Yeah.
talking about I don't want to hit it in the water. No, because then you focus on water and then you will hit
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. So, which other questions do I have? I just had one. I forgot
I see
the
some
usual thing.
some
Do
some
you see?
message
Has
in the
somebody
chat.
else something else? How do you? Yeah, go ahead.
No, no, it's no questions there. So if
No,
there are
okay.
questions, shoot.
Yeah, so those are the most, yeah, the biggest questions, yips for chipping. Okay, but oh yes, that's right. How many sessions do you normally do with a client? That's what I wanted to ask.
The basic formula that I offer them is 3 sessions.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then the thing is, most of the time the issue is if they really come for an issue, then
Hmm.
they might have it's the issue is gone after 1 session or after two
Hmm.
sessions, and then we can work on something else.
Yeah,
So it's not like it has to be for that specific issue. It's just about golf. So I'm not going to do a stop smoking, of course, with the third
yeah.
session, but I will help them with a different aspect of their golf game, or
Hmm.
install like a new technique or something. Because it's and that's one of the things that I think a lot of hypnotherapists forget is golf is hypnosis is also really good to install whatever technique that somebody needs to learn. So yeah, they can. There's a lot of research done about visualizing
Yeah.
something, and then they can do it. But if you combine that with do it in trance, it will even work faster. We did it
Mm.
once in a training where we had a guy who was suffering to he was trying to play a piece on the piano, and he couldn't get it in his fingers. We
Yeah.
hypnotized him during the training. He just imagined playing the piece. He went home and he played it. So yeah, it's the same with golf players, but with every single technique. I see a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, Joy saying, no, it's Joy saying, my dad always used to say about seeing your ball go in the water, and it surely would too. We lived in Tenby, Wales. A great course for you, Rob.
Links
There we
is,
go.
is a term of golf, specific golf courses. A links
Yeah.
course is yeah.
Ah, that's, I thought that was,
That's a very specific golf term. A links course is a golf course. They have it especially in Scotland, in Ireland, and it's not always on the coast a links course, because I play the links. There is actually in the middle of Germany in Paderborn is a links course. Designed by the University of Paderborn. I played it a few months ago. Yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, right. So I have a question from Katrina. Do you teach them self-hypnosis so they can use that on the course?
Yeah. Yeah, I teach, of course, I teach my golfers self-hypnosis. They can use it on the course, but I prefer that they use it off the course.
Mhm.
I will teach them things that they can use on the course. When they are really good at self-hypnosis, they can use it on the course as well. But I prefer that they just use it off the course to fix whatever issue they have. And of course,
Mhm.
if there is an issue that's occurring when they are playing, they can use it there as well. For
Right.
example, I played on was it Friday or Tuesday that I used it? I don't know. I was on. There was a lot of wind, and I was doubting between one club or another club to play with, because there was a lot of wind. There was water on the left, so I was like, normally I play my driver there, and now I was thinking like, oh, maybe another club. But I just asked my subconscious mind with a technique that I can use. Nobody sees it even when I'm using it. I asked my subconscious mind. My subconscious mind said, use your driver. And then I actually said to my subconscious mind, okay, now it's your job to give me a good shot. And the shot was great, and it was in the middle of the
Woohoo.
fairway, and I was happy. So those are the things that I teach them to use on the course, but I
Mhm.
also teach them self hypnosis to work on themselves when they are off the course of
Yeah.
of course.
Okay. So I know some performance issues can be solved by putting the person into the zone.
Mhm.
Now, golf, you said, is 4 to 5 hours long. So would you put them into the zone for those 4 or 5 hours, or only
Yeah.
when they're standing at the?
No, we
Yeah.
have
Okay.
we have the in the zone golf protocol. It's actually designed by my mentor Jeffrey Stevens.
Okay.
We use it, but it's not like it's activated whenever they address a ball,
Hmm.
because you can't be in the zone for 4 or 5 hours. That
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so it's activated whenever they address a ball. They also for golf players, there's also a very good thing that they can do, and there is a famous golf player who has actually a red dot on his shoes, and he only has to look to the red dot to activate this in the zone, because they
Right.
look down anyway. So and they standing still, so they can actually activate an anchor or look at a cue, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
So no,
interesting. Cool.
we don't put them in the zone for 4 or 5 hours. That's too long.
Right. But how much is there to learn in a course like that?
Sorry?
Like the one you've designed. How long is the course? How much do you have to learn, like to be successful with clients like that?
The thing is, the way that I deliver my trainings, and I do it all the time, it's business in a box actually, what I deliver.
Mm.
So everything is there. They get. I don't like to work with scripts, but they
Mhm.
will get examples of.
Yeah.
So for every single issue that there is in golf, they will get an example.
Hmm.
And also for all these different techniques like the virtual putting drill and thing. I also have something that's called the Phil Mickelson 3 foot putt drill. It's an exercise that Phil Mickelson teach on YouTube. You
Mm.
have it, but I designed it so you can just do it in hypnosis instead of going to the putting range. And I gave it. This is one that I send a lot out. It's a bit like, it's not a lead generation, but it's more like when I'm on a golf course and I see somebody has issues with putting, I said I will send you a recording,
Yeah.
and they all improved with their putting.
Hmm.
So all these things you will get ready in the box. So actually, because of the fact that I'm teaching techniques to hypnotherapists, and one thing that an advice that I always give is adapt these things to your own way of working.
Yeah.
I never say you have to do it this way. No, this is the idea. Work with it, and you will be good at it. So it's
Yeah.
more doing than learning actually. So they will get everything, and then they can start working. And the good thing is, most of these techniques you can just adapt to other. Because one of the people who signed up for the live stream, because she lives in Australia, she
Hmm.
works with a total different sport, and she's going just to adapt my techniques to her sport. So
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. So it works for other sports as well. What kind of sport is she? Do you know what kind of sport
yeah,
she's
told me,
working
but it
with?
was it? Uh, I don't know. No, it was not cricket. It was something. I don't know what, but it was something that's not very common here.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, okay.
thing. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay. Now that's interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so you could adapt all of the golf stuff to other ball
Most of
and
the things you can, with a
type
bit of
sports.
imagination, you can
Mm.
adapt it to other sports as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so anything else we need to ask, guys? I have run out of questions. Can't ask anything smart arsey either because I don't know the subject myself, but you do. Joy does, and I
Yeah,
think
there were
Andrea
some
does as
golf
well.
players. There were some golf players here, so
Exactly.
maybe
That's why. So go ahead and ask your questions. If you want to come on live, you can do that too. Otherwise, let's talk about the training, Rob. When is it? When
The
exactly?
training is, I have it on my screen here, the 17th and the 18th of October. It's in Scotland, is the live training. Um, you can
Where?
also follow it by live stream or by replay. So everybody will get the replay. So also the ones who will attend it live, also the ones who watch the live stream, everybody will get the replay. There is a third day that I'm actually going to work with golf players. So it's the mental mastery for golfers. It's actually two trainings combined.
Okay.
They will learn self-hypnosis and they will learn the mental golf techniques. So everybody who signs up for the training can also sit in for the third day just to watch me working with golf players. And if
Oh,
you're a
cool.
golf player
Yeah.
yourself, you just can, yeah, you just
Go along and
follow the training, and then you see me delivering it to golf players. And of course, everything that I use in that third day, you will also get. So you just need to you can even use the Hypnosis for Golfers logo if you want. But you can just adapt it to your own style and colors, and you have everything ready, and you can start. For the ones who actually do it in English, the ones who do it in another language, in Dutch, I have it. I have the translations
yeah.
in Dutch, obviously. But then they need to translate it, because there's somebody from Denmark, so he will need to translate it to Danish, and most of the others are. Oh, there's somebody from the Netherlands actually
Oh,
coming also. She's waiting for that training for like 5 years already. She sends me
oh,
messages of time. When are you going to do the training? Yeah. So yeah,
Right.
flies
Finally.
she flies in from Spain actually, but she's from the Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
But
So, yeah.
oh yeah, so they will get all that and then they can start immediately. So these are the 2 days I will actually teach the hypnotherapist. The third day I will teach it to golfers, but you can sit in. Also for the ones on the live stream, that they will also be live streamed and
Mm-hmm.
recorded, so you can rewatch it. And then of course there's the online school with all the assets that and all the
Mm-hmm.
scripts and techniques and explanations on how to make recordings, use the sounds, everything, how to teach the trainings, everything is in
Mm.
there. Yeah. Also
So,
marketing things. Yeah.
what's that last one?
Marketing, how you do marketing for golf players. I will talk about gadgets that I created.
Mhm.
Like this is something a golfer will know, that's to a ball marker, but it says my logo on it and things like that. That I will explain how you connect with golf players and so
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. Okay, so whereabouts in Scotland is it if I want to come in person?
In Edzell. It's somewhere in between Aberdeen and Edinburgh. So flying to Edinburgh or flying to Aberdeen is both good. And
Hmm.
it's but we for people who actually sign up, we have a WhatsApp group where the local it's Mandy. She lives also in Edzell. She's a
Hmm.
member of the golf club where and she will help people with accommodation and transport and all those things. So she has the local knowledge. But there's a train going from I think Aberdeen and Edinburgh towards the golf course. So yeah.
Right, that's cool. And the logo, as you said, they can put that on their website, or is that like a certificate that they get as well?
Yeah,
We'll talk about
everybody
yeah.
will get the certificate, so they will
Hmm.
get certified in the Hypnosis for Golfers protocol,
Wonderful.
and then of course they can put that on their website and yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so we have some questions.
Mhm.
Um, oh, wait. Is it a question? Wait. Can you run through what you cover in the training course? Is it heavy in theory or more how do you do it?
It's I'm always on how do you do it. So I will show it also. There will be golfers in the hypnotherapy training as well because a lot of them are golf players for the ones who signed up already. So
Mm.
I will actually show the techniques, and my techniques are more like I will explain how it's done, so you understand the blueprint, and then you can do
Mm.
it. It's not heavy theory. It's very hands-on, very hands-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I've got a comment from Mary. If I can help my husband improve his golf, my marriage will last forever. Well, that's a good reason to attend. Can you learn techniques to prevent one bad shot on the green from ruining the next few holes?
That's one of the common issues with golf players. One bad shot can ruin the rest of the round. I have it the other way around. So I have to work. I work on myself for that. Is when I start playing really good, I start thinking ahead. I'm like, oh, maybe I can break my record and I
Oh,
lower my record and things like that. And then you start playing bad golf, of course.
mm,
It's not only dwelling on bad shots is an issue, but also thinking ahead is also an issue that's very common. So yeah, those things we work on as well. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Any more questions, guys? I'm opening it up for questions, well, in person if you want. Otherwise, yeah, is there anything you'd like to add, Rob?
If you want, I can just can I share my screen?
Yeah, wait a second. I'll let you. Uh, wait a
Send a
second. No, that's me
request.
sharing. Wait a second. Yeah, allow.
I will just show this is actually the page with all the information. So it's in a very nice golf course in Scotland. And this is the logo. So on
Cool.
this page, you also have all the different things there's also tapping for golfers, EFT tapping, direct hypnosis, the golf ball pendulum, very interesting. So uh, Also one thing that this is just an example, but one of the things that I will teach as well is how you can use hypnosis for other golf trainers techniques. So let's say, of course, you're not going to explain a technique, but you have a client. There is one technique. It's called aim point. It's a green
Mhm.
reading technique. So I use it myself, but I created sessions to make people who use that technique to 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 make it better, to make it easier to use a specific technique that you learned from a golf pro. So those are things that I'm going to address as well. And then, yeah, like I said, marketing, everything is there. This is the bonus, of course, that you can watch the training with the golfers. So yeah, you will also get a lot of Canva editable things that you just can use, like lead
Mhm.
generation, presentations for training. Yeah, I will give it all, so you just need to adapt it, and then you can. So actually, the week later you can start with seeing clients because everything is there. You just need to adjust, adapt it a bit to your own style and logo. If people still have questions, they can book in a free call with me, and we can
Mhm.
go over whatever they want. Um, Something else, yeah, this is the information. So also, and the one thing that I wanted to say is the early, it still says 1 September, but I prolonged it, so it's still
Mhm.
working. The because I knew that this was going after the 1st of September, so you
Mhm.
can still sign up using the early bird. So the early bird, so it's 497, but it will be it's in euros actually. It's 574 euros, something like.
Oh, it's euros. It's not pounds. Okay.
So that's the price is. I just need to check something because this one
Mhm.
was the more expensive price. So I will need to check that. Okay.
Okay. So actually, it's not xe.com. We did have that the other day as well with pounds and euros. So euros sounds more, but it's less than pounds. Um, I just saw on your page pricing for sessions.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest? Do you suggest going cheap or very expensive, or how do you price? I mean, not
Oh,
giving away everything, but
it's yeah, it's a bit of a thing with pricing. I'm it depends if you work with a professional golf player who actually earns money with playing golf, then
Mhm.
go expensive. Or even go. I know golf psychologists who work on a percentage of the prize money. That's
Oh,
something that's something you can do as well. But that's but for golf players, I go around my regular price. The package deal is it starts at 325 or 327 for 2 sessions, is that, and then the
mhm.
3 session. So I always have like the 3 prizes, and then most of the time they go for the middle one, and that's around I think 397 or something for, no, it's more.
Euros. Or
Euros, yeah, yeah,
hmm
euros.
That's about
Uh,
160, 170 pounds per session then.
yeah, something like
Correct?
that.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Right.
always I never go cheaper than 150 euros a session, and for
Yeah.
programs because they get a lot of extras, so I sometimes go a bit higher. Oh,
Mhm. Right.
yeah,
Wonderful. Okay. Right. So, one little plug from me though. The week before the beautiful golf weekend, I'll be in Belgium. I'll be visiting Rob in, tell me the place again because I keep forgetting.
Leuven.
In Leuven. Yeah,
Where
that's right.
Stella Artois is brewed.
Oh, where's Stella? Oh, Stella beer. I think every Brit knows that.
Uh,
And I'll be doing a tinnitus workshop. I mean, you know, my specialty is tinnitus for some people. And that's what I'll be teaching live in person for the first time in Leuven, Belgium. Belgium. Belgium.
oh
God, man.
yeah.
I can see people laughing, clapping there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you'd like to go there, I will put the link into the description. It's only for hypnotherapists who already know what they're doing and not newbies because I'm not teaching any basic techniques. I'm just, similar to Rob's golf training. I'm going to explain the tips and tricks and you adapt them to your own style and system. But I would love to see you there. It's also live streamed and you get the same stuff basically that you got with Rob, except in the tinnitus space. That's me. Okay.
Yeah, I hope to see some of you there in Leuven, and then
So do I, or live or online.
or online, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Wonderful. Okay. Thanks, Rob, for coming.
Thanks for
It's
having
lovely
me.
having you, and everybody who came to see us live. Also a great thank you. I know it's very warm outside. It's a lovely September afternoon, evening. And well, Rob, have a wonderful Sunday evening and a wonderful week in Bulgaria.
I will. I have dinner with my parents who just arrived this morning in half an hour. So they are on a visit here in Bulgaria. So
Oh, so we better stop. Oh, right on time. Okay. Right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next week. I will be putting into the group, into the Mind Explorations group, what the next thing is, because we have, I think, 5 or 6 sessions coming up in the space before the middle of October, because of the Chicago Mid-America Conference, Hypnosis Conference, where I'll be speaking as well. So I'll have a busy autumn and winter. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
bye bye.